Hey, what's going on, guys? So I have a great article from Kotaku talking about how Back 4 Blood apparently is going to be online only when the game launches, and this has me concerned as somebody that was a huge fan of Left 4 Dead and how great that game was to be played online and offline. It makes me wonder why Back 4 Blood is doing this online-only version of their game when it first launches. Now, the story in this is that the developers are going to be working on it later on. Like, there's going to be an offline version of Left 4 Dead later on in the future. They don't say when that is, but again, that does have me concerned because I think about other games like Outrider, where Outrider launched as an online-only game. I believe it still is, but man, oh man, that game was just periled with all different types of issues when it comes to their online version of the game. Being able to connect to lobbies, having items missing and all that stuff. There was a lot of different issues with the always online version of Outriders, and hopefully one day maybe Outriders will have an offline version, but Back 4 Blood being always online does have me concerned, and I want to talk about it, give you guys my opinion about it, but also want to say this too. This is a Kotaku story, and I don't like using Kotaku very much when it comes to talking about entertainment or video game news because they slant one way or they lean another when it comes to writing their politics into stories. However, I want to give them a lot of credit because their politics is not in this. It's just a straight line story talking about how this is an issue looking into this game when it launches, and it does have people concerned. Not only the author of this story, Zach, but also has me concerned as a player that enjoyed playing Left 4 Dead online and offline. So let's get into this story, and I want to say this real quick. I don't know why games are not just launching, or at least starting off. You would start off with saying, okay, you know what, let's make sure we can play our game offline, and now that we can make sure our game can be offline, now let's make it to where we can play it online. Like that's how I figure games would go. Offline, you can play it offline. Online, boom, you're good to go. Now, when it comes to other games like MMOs, you know, you have Star Wars: The Old Republic, World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online. I get that. Those are games that are meant to be played online, creating a community, playing with friends, playing with other people. There's a social interaction with those games. However, when it comes to like Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood, there's not a there are people out there that might not be wanting an online, might not want to be playing with other people. Maybe you want to play Left 4 Dead and just enjoy the story by yourself. Play with your AI companions as you're making your way through the zombie hordes and the special zombies and stuff like that, listening to the story, absorbing the atmosphere, and just enjoying it by yourself. This is not allowing you to do that. Well, sorry, let me step back. Back 4 Blood, I imagine, is allowing a single player to where you can play by yourself. Again, you have to be connected to the internet. You have to be connected online. And again, this is another thing that doesn't make sense at all. So look, let's give an example. Left 4 Dead, you can pay $60 when that game launched. You can play it offline. You can play it online. Let's say the servers go down for Left 4 Dead. You can never play the game offline or online because the servers are down. However, you can still play Left 4 Dead offline just with your game console, whether it's PC, Xbox, whatever it might be that you're playing it on. When it comes to Back 4 Blood being always online, apparently whenever the servers go down, you're not able to play that game. And that's the weirdest thing, is that maybe the servers go down for maintenance or something like that. You can't play the game because it's always online. There's no offline version of the game. So you know, you buy $60, $70 game for Back 4 Blood, and you might be able to play it online. You know, you might have some issues here and there, similar to what Outriders was doing when that game first launched, but server maintenance, the servers go down, stuff like that, you're still not able to play it compared to what Left 4 Dead was able to do back in the 2010s. So it's kind of a goofy thing on why companies are going towards this route of having always online games, because hey, believe it or not, the internet was not always a thing. It's a crazy notion. Like I get it that we're wanting to stay connected, stay up with different updates and whatnot, being able to stay up with different things, and being able to monitor certain things. However, when it comes to like Outriders, or it comes to this Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood type of game, is that I don't feel like there's so much like you have to keep recording or kind of staying away from people cheating and stuff like that. Now I get it, there's probably cheating in Left 4 Dead. More often than not, there's cheating in online games, but again, you're still able to play Left 4 Dead offline and not have to worry about cheating and stuff like that. And Back 4 Blood, it's just interesting. It's a very interesting way to do it. And the fact that they're working on they're working on an offline version in the future just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you work on an offline version before an online version? Anyway, I'm getting on my pedestal. Let me read the story and let's get into it. So, Back 4 Blood looks cool. As a big fan of co-op shooters like Left 4 Dead, but with last weekend's developer Turtle Rock Studios confirmed that when Back 4 Blood launches later this year, it will require an internet connection, even if you want to play the game alone. This is a bad decision and yet keeps happening. Now, this is actually going off a conversation on Twitter that somebody was writing, say Back 4 Blood, or so Turtle Rock, Back 4 Blood can play offline with AI teammates, correct? Wanted to ask because on the PlayStation Store, it says online play required. Really would like to know before purchasing it. So people want to know. This Phoenix person wanted to know, hey, you know what? It says online only on the PS Store, and some people might not be into that. What does it say on the offline version? That's when Turtle Rock says we're looking into ways we could support offline for the future, but you will need an internet connection to play the game at launch. Again, I don't know why. Why is this a thing? Why is this something that we are normalizing to where you have to have the internet to play? And again, like I said, comparison to Left 4 Dead, if I take my laptop and I can't connect to the internet, I can still play Left 4 Dead on my laptop just by myself and enjoy the game that I bought, for $60 or whatever. When it comes to Back 4 Blood, you're buying a $60 game, but you have to be connected to the internet. You can't play. I have my laptop and I don't have an internet connection. I can't play a $60 game that I bought. So it's a wacky way of wanting to sell your game and have it implemented when it comes to players wanting to enjoy it. So in response to somebody asking why the game says it's required internet connection on the PS4, Turtle Rock confirmed that there is no offline mode at launch, though the studio did add that it is looking into ways it could support such a mode in the future. And again, why in the future? Why not right now? You take the online version, you take the online out, and then you have the offline. I'm assuming this is the thing. Call me crazy. Okay, so first off in this story, it says that you have to have an internet connection, but you can play the game offline, or you can play the game solo. So you'll have AI controlled players. Okay, that concept. You can play by yourself. You have AI controlled companions. Okay. This is the wackiest idea. I know. It's in 2021, taking away the internet, goddamn crime. But just do this. Take it off the internet. I just don't want. Again, look, I'm not a game developer. I get it, but it's just a goofy notion. Like, why would you not be able to play this game offline? Anyway, so that's nice, but it does not change the fact that yet another game will be online only for no good reason. And that, again, if there was a reason in here, I get it, but there's no really real reason given in this. So it continues on and actually talks about Outriders. So recently experienced a similar situation with Outriders, which required always online connection as well. That game launched with terrible server issues. Still, months after the game launched, people are dealing with random disconnections and server outages, and also too, people were losing items and stuff like that, but I think they fixed that later on. Even when they are trying to play alone for hours or two. The moment you lose connection to the servers in Outriders, the game boosts you from the mission, leading to a loss of progress and wasted time. Again, I agree. Outriders should be an offline game that you can play. It's like I would see Outriders like kind of like a Mass Effect game where you could play Mass Effect doesn't really have a multiplayer besides the co-op multiplayer stuff. But I don't know. To me, I might be just a dumb person when it comes to video games and stuff like that, but I look at Outriders as similar to what Mass Effect is when, Space Odyssey and stuff like that, and why you cannot play Outriders by yourself with online. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the good argument is, but I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below if I'm kind of ignorant and don't understand. So I don't know how Back 4 Blood servers will be at launch, but history tells me to expect the worst, and that means outages. With offline mode, this means you won't be able to play the game, so this is the thing. So with no offline mode, this means you won't be able to play the game even all by your lonesome. This is no good. Yes, I agree with that. It is just goofy. It really is goofy that we wouldn't be able to have a way to play this game by yourself. Let's say the servers have to be updated and whatnot, or you know what, maybe it has a rocky launch. Let's say this, it has a rocky launch. Back 4 Blood has a rocky launch when it comes to playing online. However, you just turn off your internet. You know what, you're able to play the game by yourself without the internet. It's a crazy idea, but it's just weird, man. It really is weird on why games nowadays are starting to go this way. So things get even worse when you think about it in the future. If Turtle Rock is unable to patch the game in offline mode, there's a very real chance that if the game's servers get shut down one day, it will be impossible to play Back 4 Blood. While this is true of many MMOs and Battle Royale games today, which require servers to function, it at least makes sense. MMOs and online-only shooters are built around playing with and against others at all times. This is not the case with games like Outriders or Back 4 Blood, yes. Which is both can be played alone. Yes! Yes! And I don't know why we're going this way. I don't know. Back 4 Blood supports solo play with bots. Says it right there. To just take online, just remove the on, put offline there. Boom, you got it. You're good to go, man. I don't get it. So anyway, I really hope Turtle Rock will be able to eventually patch in some support offline so the game can remain playable for years and years after the servers. All online games that can support an offline mode should have one. Yeah, I agree. Look, I mean, still to this day, for how old Left 4 Dead is, you can still play the game. Even if the servers are down, you can still play the game because it has an offline mode. Again, as somebody that has been around for a hot minute, 30 some odd years, I remember when there was no internet playing video games, and it was mostly offline stuff. So it's just interesting to see exactly what they're wanting to do with this. I'm hoping that this, instead of like in the future we saying, hey, you know what, maybe a couple weeks after launch, yes, there's gonna be an offline version. The fact that they're saying in the future gives me not a whole lot of hope on how recent or soon that will be. But it is what it is, man. So I wanted to talk about it, give you guys my opinion. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think about the online-only version, apparently, of Back 4 Blood that's going to be at launch when this game gets out? So let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Please have a great rest of the day. I look forward to talking to you guys all next time.